Good afternoon, dear children. Welcome back to Bhatnagar ma'am's classes. Children, if you remember, we have discussed till now two features of democracy along with the case studies. Can you recall the first feature of democracy which we discussed? And which case study did we study along with that? You're right. The first feature of democracy which we discussed in great detail with extra detail was what? That democracy is a government where the elected representatives of the people have the right to take decisions. Or in other words, you can say that in a democracy, the representatives elected by the people have only the right to take decisions. The final decision making power shall always lie in the hands of only those people who are elected by the people whom we elect. Do you remember? Okay. And the case study which we did along with this feature is the case study of Pakistan and Parvez Musharraf. The second feature of democracy which we discussed was what? That in a democracy there should be free and fair elections, and moreover people should have the power to change their rulers. And can you recall the two case studies which we did along with that? That was of China and which one? Mexico. And in all these three case studies, namely one of Pakistan, the other one of Mexico or China, we cannot call them true democracies because ये दोनों तीनों ही countries जो हैं इन दोनों फीचर्स के ऊपर खरे नहीं उतरते हैं. भले ही वो अपने आप को डेमोक्रेटिक बोले दुनिया के सामने, बट वो ट्रू सेंस में डेमोक्रेसी नहीं कहला सकते हैं. Okay, now today we are going to start with the third feature of democracy, which says that in a democracy there shall be one vote. There's always one vote, one person, one vote, one value, meaning to say what? That every person in a democracy, every adult citizen of the country who has got the right to vote shall exercise his right to vote, and he shall only be able to give one vote. Okay. And every vote cast shall have equal value. That means the value of a vote shall not vary from person to person in a democracy. But here too we cannot say that many of the countries who call themselves as democratic do not fall in line with this feature of democracy as well. Isn't it strange? Okay, let's discuss it in detail with the help of few examples of the countries. I won't name the countries. You have to guess. Okay, and then only we will go into the details. The first case study I'm going to talk about is about a country which lies in in West Asia, and it is the place from where Islam first originated. It is the place where the holy shrines of Makkah and Medina are located. It is the place which is considered to be one of the largest oil producing countries in the world, and it is the place which is criticized by world over countries because of what? Lack of rights, equal rights given to the people, especially the atrocities done against women, human trafficking, you can say unequal rights given to women. Can you guess the name of the country? No? Okay, one more thing I'll talk to you about that. Okay, the capital of this country is Riyadh and the currency is Riyal. Now can you guess? No. And a country about which we have already referred when we were referring to the case study of Nepal, where we said that Nepal has got monarchy, and along with that we said no, there is one more country which still has got a monarchical form of government where kings are ruling just because they belong to the royal family. Now can you guess? I've given enough of hints. You're right. We are talking about Saudi Arabia. Children, did you know that in this country, okay, firstly, it's a monarchy. So we cannot call it as a true democracy. King is still ruling. And can you guess the name of the king? That you have to find out. Find out the name of the ruler, the present king of Saudi Arabia. Who is he? What is his name? You have to find this out. And secondly, we must also try to understand that this country still, no matter far advanced as far as economy is concerned, minting a lot of money due to its oil exports to the world countries, ठीक है, but still we cannot call it fully developed. एक ऐसी कंट्री जहाँ पे आदमी और औरत में भेदभाव हो, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो, इक्वल राइट्स नहीं दिए जाते हैं, तो हम क्या उसको डेमोक्रेसी ट्रू सेंस में कह सकते हैं? नहीं कह सकते, बिल्कुल नहीं कह सकते. और ये वो कंट्री है जहाँ पे यू कैन से till 2015 women were not given equal rights to vote. Suffragette rights were not given to women. Now situation has changed, but still that is not up to the mark, and lot of improvement needs to be done still. Okay, that is one of the countries. So we cannot call it as a true democracy if you talk in lines of the third main feature which we discussed just now. Another country which we are going to discuss, the second example, I'll give you again one more hint. That country is located in Eastern Europe. पहली चीज. दूसरा, it is having it shares its borders or neighboring countries are Latvia, Russia, Sweden, you can say Finland. These are the bordering countries. I'm repeating again, the country is sharing its borders with which places? Latvia, Russia, Finland, Sweden. Okay, and once upon a time this country was a part of Soviet Union of Russia. Today it is independent, small country located in Eastern Europe, and we can call it as a developed country. But here also we cannot say that this country lies in line with the third feature of democracy, which we are discussing, that one person, one vote, one value. Can you guess the name? Okay, I'll tell you. It is Estonia. So what is happening out here, that these people in this country, voting rights are denied to the Russians. Take care, because maybe most probably because they're not happy with these people, because that was the country which exploited them. That was the country which dominated over them for so long, and it was very late that this place got its independence in 1991. Quite late, isn't it? And before that it was under there. So obviously, and one more thing, one interesting fact I've got for you. Okay, you all have heard about the Skype. What is it? It's a social media platform which encourages video conferencing, and it is very much in demand these days, especially during the lockdown. So do you know that it was basically Estonia which can be given the credit of developing the software of Skype? So this is one additional fact you can always use whenever you are giving the answer. And coming back to our topic, that does it can it be called true democracy? Is it in line with this feature of one vote, one person, one value? No, it is not. Why? Because here too we find that the Russian minorities are denied the right to vote. They find it difficult to vote. Okay. Third example is about another country. Okay. Now again, it is small country, and basically just like the way India was a colony of the British, this country also was under the domination of the whites and got its independence in 1970. And moreover, you can say it has got lots of islands in it. More than 300 plus islands are there. That is the country called Fiji. And here too, if you talk about that, here too, lot of discrimination is there when it comes to the voting rights. The people of Fiji, the original inhabitants of Fiji, have got the right to vote. But the Indo-Fijians, that means the Indian Fijis, that means those people, those Indians who might have been taken there or who might have migrated in Fiji way back, do not have the right to vote, do not share equal right to vote. So their votes are not considered to be equal to the vote of an indigenous Fiji. So here what do we find in all these three cases? चाहे हम किसकी बात करें, चाहे हम सऊदी अरेबिया की बात करें, चाहे हम फिजी की बात करें, चाहे हम एस्टोनिया की बात करें, हमने क्या देखा कि यहाँ पे ये जो तीसरा फीचर ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी है ये प्रॉपरली फॉलो नहीं करते हैं. एंड व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट वोट्स, दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. उसके बगैर तो हम डेमोक्रेसी कह ही नहीं सकते. और इन तीनों के स्टडी में ये चीज़ प्रॉपरली फॉलो नहीं होती हैं, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन है, एंड सो वी कैन नॉट कॉल देम ट्रू democracies. I hope this is clear. Bye. See you next.